What's your bet? First topic of the week. What's Johnjay going to talk about?
Riding the bench.
Riding the bench, first thing. Bill?
Johnjay, cold plunge.
Cold plunge. Okay.
A lot of TV. You know, like The Crown dropped yesterday, season 3.
Yeah.
You got Ray Donovan dropped last night.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Secretly, had no idea that was coming.
Man, I watched the new episode of Ray Donovan last night. Mandalorian dropped.
Baby Yoda.
So good.
I want a Baby Yoda so bad.
I know.
Mandalorian is such a good show.
It really is.
It makes me mad because every time an episode ends, I want more. And I'm like, and I don't even know when they're dropping.
I think Fridays.
I can't.
Is that what it is?
I don't know either. You know, that's the thing. I don't know where to find information. I don't know unless you're a big fan of a huge show like The Crown. You know, we knew The Crown was dropping last night, right? But Mandalorian, I don't know. Mandalorian is the Star Wars show on the new Disney Plus channel, and that is so good and so well done. I mean, and it's fun to watch Mandalorian kill all the Jawas.
I know.
You know?
That was a great epic fight. It's like watching a Western movie in space.
Just watching Baby Yoda is the cutest thing
I
ever.
know.
I want a Baby Yoda toy so bad.
Well, then there's a new Star Wars game that dropped too. Did you see the game that came out?
Yeah. I heard it's really good.
My son Joe has been beating me up over that. Not beat me up, but he was very manipulative. He was really good at talking me into getting it for him. And here's what he did. He said, I'll wait till Christmas for the new Star Wars game. Is it called Fallen something? Or
Fallen Order.
Fallen Order, yeah. He said, I can wait. He said, the problem is I'm such a huge fan that all the plot spoilers are going to come out, and I'm already going to know what the game is before Christmas. So you might as well get it for me now.
So you got it for him?
I haven't yet. No, but I probably will this week.
Oh, yeah. So my son Jake wants it really bad, but he's getting it. He wants it for Christmas, but he's already watched all the videos. You build your own lightsaber on it. I mean, and it's a cool story. It's like what do you call it for execute 66, Order 66, where they're supposed to kill all the Jedis, and this one guy gets away. And it's the story of him getting away. And they just showed me the trailer for the video game. It's phenomenal. I wish there was a movie. It's just, it's really amazing.
They say it's the longest story mode of any Star Wars game that they've ever done. So, the actual plot of the game is really neat.
And then this movie came out on Netflix. I started watching, Kyle. I'm halfway through it. And I can't tell yet if you'd like it or not. But it stars Dexter. And it's about a serial killer. Right? Which already you'd go, okay.
But might be distracting because you just want him to be Dexter.
Right, but he's not Dexter, and he has a weird accent because it's in New York or something. But what's weird is it takes place in 2024 for a second. And it's not like that's that far out.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's 2024. And then it just shows you rain, and then it goes back to starts at 1988. And there's a serial killer. And it's a woman serial killer, and she kills a bunch of people at the same time. They can't figure out how she does it. And then it's 9 years later. And then she kills a bunch of people again. So it's like she kills every 9 years. And they're trying to track her down. I'm only halfway through. It's called Shadow of the Moon or something like that. So it's got some potential. But I was in the middle of watching it, and then The Crown Season 3 dropped. So I started watching The Crown Season 3.
Yeah, I'm already halfway through.
Through 5
I
or
think
6
there's 10
episodes?
episodes, and I'm on 5.
Oh, what do you think?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It took me a second, though, because you know when there's a long pause in between seasons, which there was with The Crown, and they don't do a recap? You don't really necessarily need a recap because it's a whole new cast of characters because the queen is older now. But I kind of wanted a recap. But I feel like maybe they didn't do that because they just wanted to pick up in the later times or something like that. But it's I kind of wanted a little bit of a recap or something leading up to. But there's a big a big gap in time in between, I think, the last season and now.
Because now it's 1964.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay. I didn't know what year it was last time.
I know. That's why I wanted a recap.
Yeah.
I'm like, so how much time has passed? So
Yeah.
there was a couple of questions, but I still think it's remarkably done. And I'm not a history person. I never really was into history in school. In fact, that was the only class that I ever got a C in high school. It was but now I'm man, I wish they had shows like The Crown to make it this fascinating. The series of events in history that have led to these, huge monumental things that ended up in the history books.
Well, that's the problem
it's
with
crazy.
me in The Crown Season 3 is I'm doing what I did in Season 1 and Season 2 is I keep stopping it and Googling the real thing, in the stamps. The very first scene, they're showing her new stamps. And I'm like, oh my God, let me see if that looks just like the real stamps. And sure enough, it looks exactly like the real stamps. I did the same thing with Mandalorian. I'm a big history buff because that was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Right.
It happened.
I don't know if you heard or not, but
I'm not in a boy band
I was
anymore.
so wrong.
You were so
I could have
wrong.
been more wrong.
Man.
So wrong. The Crown.
I was in a band called One Direction.
Are you all caught up?
I don't. I can't say I've ever watched it.
Here tonight.
Fair.
Yeah.